Oh, what's up? I tried clicking the intro and it went straight to me. Welcome everyone. Good to be here. Hopefully there are people here. How's everyone doing? Walsh is supposed to be here in a little bit. It is real, Josh. Uh, Walsh is supposed to be here. I don't know, anytime. I was teasing him and I sent him a text because he's like, "Oh, I might be late, man. Dinner." And then, getting the kids ready for bed. And I was like, hey, no problem. I'll hold down the fort. Question of the day will be, why does Walsh eat dinner at 8:30 p.m.? Hey, Croak. Yeah, I don't think, unless you guys want it, I don't think live on YouTube is going to be a regular occurrence anymore with the Hangouts and Discord that we're doing. I shouldn't say that Walsh has been doing. Um, but I think this is going to be more often. So it's just a hangout. I should actually, you know what I'll do? Because this is going to be different than there's nothing really that we're chatting about. So for our members, there is a link if you do want to join me, and Walsh eventually will be on here. Just the BS. I did put that in Discord, uh, but know that we are live, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter or X, and Rumble. So if you do come on, you're more than welcome to. But just understand that you're going to be live for the world to listen to. AR Drew says, I do like the YouTube, but I'll try to hang out more on Discord. Croak says Discord Hangout is dying too. Yeah, Walsh was saying like there's 5 or 6 people last time. So I'm not quite sure how to set it up. I'm not a PC gamer. Excuse me, I'm a more console gamer. Um, I'm sure there's a way I could figure out how to like stream here on YouTube and like play a video game. I'm just dude, for a millennial, I'm an idiot when it comes to technology. AR Drews 479. I think they were doing Thursday nights if you are in our Discord in the voice chat section. That's where they kind of hang out and chat, I guess. But yeah, man, it's good to be back. It's been kind of hectic. There's been a lot of family stuff that's been going on for me. I think I'd shared with you guys back in June, like mid June. My dad had a really bad fall. Ended up breaking 4 ribs. The fall was so bad he actually broke his toilet as he fell down. Like he was falling out of the shower. His toilet broke, and it was kind of stressful for me because I woke up the next morning. It happened like I think the night of the 15th or something. So I woke up the morning of the 16th and I see this text message from my dad saying he texted me and my siblings and he's like, "Hey, this is what just happened. I'm going to the ER." So I call the hospital and the hospital's like, "Oh, we have no record of him here." And I was like, "Are you sure? Here's his name." I got a text about this time saying he was being admitted, and they were like, "Oh, let me do some digging." Oh yeah, we life flighted him to like the regional hospital. Like, oh crap. So I called the regional hospital and I went through the same kind of rigmarole. Like, no, we don't have anyone here by that name. Are you sure he was life flighted in at this time? Well, let me transfer you to ER. ER is like, nope, oh, we don't have anyone here. I tell them the same thing. They're like, well, let me transfer you over to ICU. Like they moved some people back there earlier this morning, and finally got a hold of his nurse. And I'm like, this is who I am. My dad's there, I think, just checking in, like, how's he doing? And she goes, oh yeah, he's here. He's in the back making jokes about gravity. I go, what? Yeah, he like came to, and they said, his name's Joe. Joe, how are you? Do you know where you're at? How are you doing? And he goes, gravity sucks. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's doing okay. But he sent me a picture of his torso, and no joke, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a dead body. His torso looked like a dead body, like the dark purple, like the color of the skin of a blueberry was his entire torso. It was it looked like a dead body, dude. Um, Zach says gravity isn't real. Um, yeah. So, anyways, he was in the hospital for, gosh, man, I think 2 weeks, and he's home now. He's recovering okay. He's got an appointment next week. I think next week. Do X-rays, see if how his ribs are healing. He's still kind of dizzy because he did hit his head too. Not as bad, but he did crack his head on the way down. I mean, he's gonna be 70 this year, so it's just, bro. It's I've always heard like once your parent has a fall like this, like that's like the end is near. And he's super stubborn, so he doesn't live close to any family member. The closest family member is like 2 hours away from him, by choice. Like I was trying to find him. He still works. I'm like, hey, there's the same job that you're doing in the same town that my younger brother lives in. He was like, for whatever reason, like, nope, don't want to do that. So he's stubborn. I think we're all stubborn, but he's recovering okay. Yeah, thanks, man. Air Drew says, glad he's healing. Grandfather's fallen multiple times over the past 20 years. Yeah, so there was that. I had an uncle that passed away. It wasn't a surprise. Like he had been deteriorating for about the last year. Um, but yeah, like uncle passing away. My grandfather called. My grandfather, my dad's dad, so the dad that broke his ribs, his dad's still alive. He's 90, and he just retired. He was a barber, and he's a Navy. He's a Korean War vet. Was in the Navy, and so he was having problems with his foot after he retired. And he goes into the VA, and I'm asking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I have this infection, and if this medicine they give me doesn't help, they're gonna have to amputate my foot." And I was like, "Grandpa, what the hell? Like you 3 months after retiring, and now you're gonna lose a foot?" And we had joked with him when he was cutting hair. I remember asking him, like he was probably 85 or something. I'm like, "Grandpa, when are you gonna retire?" And he was like, "All my friends that retired are dead. You're gonna find me. You're gonna find me in this barber shop." And then COVID happened, and his business never really recovered. Um, and so so yeah, then he finally retires, and then they're like, "Yeah, we might have to amputate your foot." He's doing fine now, but there was like that. My dad fell, broke all those ribs. My uncle passed away. Like, bro, June was June was a slap in the face, and I started a new job June 2nd. So it was a brutal month, but we're back. We're back. As you see, I've kind of had a new hobby. My son and I have been. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so all the Magic the Gathering cards that came out, Final Fantasy related, are just like taking up my shelf. Anime and Final Fantasy related. Um, so like my Agilite K19's right there, or K0's right there. One of my rifles is up above. Uh, had to make room. Michael Farley said, "My dad's fallen a few times since getting home. Waking up to your mom screaming for help is the best. Definitely not panic inducing." Oh, dude, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Um, yeah, AR Drew, he says, that's cool. You guys have a common interest. We're both really into anime. I like that we each have our own favorites. Like we like the same ones, but he's really into, if you guys are following anime at all, I know Croak isn't, but Jujutsu Kaisen is kind of his one that he's really into right now watching. And I like it. It's a great one. It's not my favorite. Um but it is fun that we have a hobby that we're both kind of into. Let's see here. So there's two cars back there, both Legos. So there's the 68 Camaro and then the C8 Corvette. Lego, dude. The Camaro is definitely my favorite. There's even a company that you can pop these out and put lights in, but dude, like the hood opens up, it's dusty. Wheels turn, the trunk opens up. There's a plate in the back. Um, in the back seat of the Camaro, there's a Lego. It's a magazine cover of like this Camaro. It's kind of cool. I love Legos. I'm definitely a big kid at heart. And then the blue one my wife got me for my birthday. There was that one and I think it's a Toyota Supra that's from Fast and Furious, which I'm not a fan of. So she chose a Corvette, and that was one of my birthday presents. Yeah, dude, I'm geeking out. Michael Farley JJK is good. Legos, hell yeah! I know, man. It's it's people joke, they tease me about it, and I was like, hey, the package says what 3 to 99, so I could play with them for another 59 years. So suck it. But how are you guys doing, man? It's been so long since I haven't really been very active on Discord. Um, I haven't watched a lot of videos that Walsh has been pushing out. Definitely, definitely an issue. I got to get caught back up in that. I miss. Oh, Zach said I just bought a Porsche 911. That's going to be this winter's project. You talking about the Lego or a real Porsche 911? So Lego, why are you waiting till winter? Maybe it is. Golly. Dude, Mike Mike says I'm sweating my balls off right now. It was still 117 an hour ago. I I despise Arizona. I had to go there for work one time. I had to go interview someone at hey, look who it is.
Hey!
Oh, and the cat. We get you and the cat at the same
Oh,
time.
You probably hear him.
Meow.
What's Brooke talking about? Is the Discord Hangouts dying too? Sorry, I interrupted. Sorry, you keep talking.
That's fine. So, Michael, is it ASU that's right there near Phoenix, Arizona State University? Anyways, I had to go interview someone there for one of my cases. This was years ago, and it was in October, and like I left Eastern Washington. It was cold. It's probably like the 50s or something. Perfect weather in my opinion. And I land in Phoenix, and I call my coworker who's in Portland, and he's like, "What's the weather like there?" And I was like, "Dude, it's like it was 7 in the morning or something like that. It was 84 degrees." And he's like, "Oh, that sounds perfect." I'm like, "It sounds horrible. Are you kidding me? Like 7 in the morning, 84 degrees. This is horrible." Special guest, special guest Walsh.
Hey, I made it.
Welcome.
Oh, and the cat made it too.
Lego. I don't have Porsche money.
Did you share the story? Did you share the Costco story?
No, not yet.
Oh my God, such a good day. So okay, so let me preface this. So life has kind of gotten in the way of all of us lately, and things have just gotten very busy. So Jason, he messaged me today. He's like, "Dude, we got to get the live going back. We got to get things reconnected. We got to do all these things. So let's do it tonight." I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." I was like, "How do you want to do it? You want to go back on Thunderwheel? Do you want to do it on Discord?" We're talking about how we want to do it and get it moving. And then so I end up calling him, and we're just talking about details. And he's like, "Yeah, so." It's like, so I'm at Costco today. Like, there's this new grand opening of a Costco. And I'm like, why are you at Costco? He's like, well, there's a little bit of background. He's like, well, I'm trying to get these collector's items, and sometimes they have them, and they do some special stuff at the Costco. And he's like, so I have like 30 minutes to kill, but normally there's like 1 million people out here. And he's like, there's nobody here. So we're talking, and we're catching up, and it's getting to be like a minute or two before they should be opening. He's like, dude, this is getting pretty weird. He's like, I don't want to interrupt you, but this is getting kind of weird. Nobody's here. And I
For
was
the
like,
grand opening.
yeah, for the grand opening. And then he goes, I'm gonna go look at the sign. I'm gonna go look at the sign and see what it says. And he goes over there, he's like, if it's tomorrow, I'm gonna be so pissed. He goes over there, he's like, what's today's date? And I was like, the 7th. And he goes, all right, well, it's tomorrow.
There's a giant banner up. I don't know why I thought today was the 8th. But there's a giant banner, August 8th, opening 8 a.m. Dude, I woke up early. I got there like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, why is there no one here? I thought there was going to be a crazy line. Zach, that's awesome, dude.
What's that?
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I'm in the overhang, like where I would think people would line up, waiting to get into this brand new Costco. And I'm talking to Walsh the whole time, and there's a bunch of Costco workers are walking by, and they're eyeballing me, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, there's no one here. Why are these guys eyeballing me? Like, they probably thought, looking back on, it, they probably thought like, dude, that Costco worker
Is so lazy.
is dressed inappropriately, and he's so lazy. Like, he's not helping do anything. He's just standing there. Yeah. So I felt like a moron.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah,
Joshua says, I recommend the chicken bakes. Dude, chicken bakes used to be good. I think they're nasty now.
Yeah, I don't like them.
They used to be good.
And there's only so many things I can eat now. Where I like had too many of the quesadillas and stuff, so now I can't eat them at all because we've had them for like too many meals. So it's just gross. I don't know if you guys heard this, and I will share the news because I told Jason about it already, but I'm gonna share it again for everybody. Croak got his VA rating increased, so congratulations to him. So glad to hear. I think it's just such a crazy story, like to think about. A year ago, he was making 0, getting no VA for 40 years or something crazy, 35 years after he was out. And come to find out, he was actually entitled to all of this stuff.
Are they back paying you, Croak? Because if so, if they're back paying you 40 years worth, I don't think they can. But
no, so he told me, I texted him a little bit about it. They're going to back pay him to the date of his claim.
Oh yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah, so if he would have made a claim like 20 years ago and be like, I have stuff, and then just never did anything, it would go back all the way that far. Yeah. So that's one good thing about Michael Farley is even though his stuff sounds like it's going a little bit, Croak did say that his stuff got posted.
I got a bump up too. I was on Walsh when he told me that. I got bumped up from 70 to 80. There were some weird things though, like both my wrists pop a lot. Like I can't do push-ups because both my wrists hurt. And they came back and they were like, I'm right-handed. They're like, your left wrist is definitely service connected. We're going to give you 10% for that. But your right wrist is denied, not service connected.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Thank you.
And I think J-Murph was saying some stuff with his that they like looked at some stuff and just did nothing with, like said it was all 0 and it was like all debilitating stuff. Like,
yeah.
I hate to say, but knowing how the game is played, like you apply and you have to fight for your disabilities and fight for the correct ratings. And then you just constantly plug your way through. But it was so funny is Croak made his first and last visit to an Aldi. I don't mind Aldi. I don't have
one. There's no Aldi near us.
They have interesting meats. Like you can get good meats there, but
okay.
It's like a cheaper. It's like a, I don't know. I always thought it was upscale, but apparently it's cheap, like a cheaper grocery store. But anyway, so Croak was saying how he had to get the lawyers involved and do all this stuff. So it's just such a good success story to go, like to hear from someone like, oh hey, I don't need these. I don't think it applies to me, and it actually does. So
exactly, $32K. That's like the cost of the John Wick briefcase.
Yeah, it's like it was a legit amount. So Michael Farley, Croak said that you posted something about your claim.
He did, yeah. He said he's in the information gathering phase.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good at least. Because then he's not.
Yeah, he did. At least you submitted it. Like, so here's what I did. I submitted my intent to file July of last year. I think that's July of 2024. I didn't actually. So the moment you submit your intent to file is the date that they'll back pay you back to. So I submitted my intent to file July of 2024. I didn't actually file until April or May of 2025, but they still back pay. I'm going from 70% to 80%, which is like, it's like $400 more a month, but they're going to back pay me to July of 2024. So it's like 13
Hmm.
months of back pay.
That's pretty good. So that
So
sounds like
get
we'll have
that intent to file in,
yeah. I'm going to change gears for a minute because
please.
you and I haven't talked about this for a little bit, but I think most of our community is involved in this. Have you played with the Agilite app?
No.
Okay, so you may not even know about this, and I didn't know about this for a long period of time. So Agilite hasn't. Yeah. It's in the App Store.
Okay.
So, and I talked about this a little bit in their dump pouch video, and they have a new sling coming out. It's a sling, but I think they did some smart stuff. But so in the app though, you can just post like normal social stuff, like hey, here's like a Facebook post, like the normal thing. But then also you can get invited, or you can apply to be invited into like the product development. Like
Oh, the
they're
teeny stuff.
yeah. So, but they're like, but it's more than that. It's like, hey, we're gonna build a bag. What would you guys like to see? And it's like, oh, I want a zipper at the top, or you
I
yada
want the
yada.
backpack that they showed 5 years ago.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not that one. They're making a new backpack. It's not that one, but I want that one. So, but then there's like all this live stuff where like you can get on with Lev live or like whoever the designer is and actually like make tweaks to the design. So I say that in that that's how they did the dump pouch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about dump pouches, right? That's just like not within the scope of things that we're like, guys, have you seen this? But it was really, really well done because it seemed like there was a good bit of minds that were surrounded around it. Like, hey, make this piece make more sense. So, say all that to tell you, there's also a new sling coming out, the 20 something or other ish.
Of this month?
Yeah,
Of August?
I can't leak it because I don't remember. Um, yeah, but of this month. So it's going to be pretty impressed to see what the community did. So it's pretty cool.
Zach Fett says, since I know I'll never find another STI Costa carry comp, I've got my eye on the John Wick gun.
Is that the
Costa, I think, was a guy that someone had mentioned who he was. I didn't know who he was, but he did a lot of, I think he designed a lot of stuff for like that space cowboy gun that Joe has.
he hates that thing.
Yeah, he hates how much he paid for it.
Well, he said he ruined it, and it's just so funny because he talks about he's like it was a lever action that he loved, and then he
He put
basically just
all
added 6 pounds to it, and now he hates it. It's like and paid I paid $3,000 to add 6 pounds. It's like
Ew.
I don't know. He's like, and then that thing, I've never seen it. I mean, obviously we're not there with him, but like,
Yeah.
he doesn't talk about it either. But like, I don't think he's ever taken it off the wall after that. Like, we upgraded it and then never did anything.
Yeah, he wanted to do like a space cowboy build off. Like me, Joe, Cody, we all get lever action guns and we like build out a space cowboy gun. I like the look of the wood furniture. I like,
Yeah,
why would you do that?
I like the well, and I like the look. And then remember when we went and saw the PSA one? Like,
Yeah.
we both hated that one. It was like, dude, this is horrible. Why am I?
Croak. While I'm a fossil and don't do anything on my phone but text, email, and Kindle. You don't talk? You don't talk on your phone? It's like, that's what the landline's for. Dude, we had my grandparents still have a rotary phone with
Oh
one of
no
those
way!
like 50-foot long cords, so you could like talk on the other side of the garage. And my oldest, when she's 17 now, but when she was probably like 6 or 7, she was like, "Wait, how does this work?" Like we were at my grandparents' house, and she was like, "So you do this?" So my grandfather like held her up because it's mounted up on the wall, like my height level, and he was like coached her into calling my cell phone, and she thought it was like
Magic
complete magic. Like how am I doing? How is this working?
through a
I can hear
cord.
you through this cord. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember before that instance, I had said something to my wife, and I was like a cord, but she didn't quite hear me, and I was like, a cord, like a phone cord, and my daughter goes, "Dad, phones don't have cords." Like, oh
Like,
really? Let's go over to
oh,
Grandpa's house.
let's take a trip. Hey, let's switch another gear. because I think I have something. I don't know where it is. Something I was
Uh,
gonna. I talked about giving away in the primary arms video.
Croak says Wook has some interesting wood furniture that still space cowboys with M-lock and risers and stuff. Oh, check it. Isn't Wook's the one that beat Bull Armory
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
like
So, so a
product of
little
the
bit.
year or something?
So a little bit story for here, Croak, because Croak loves Bull Armor too. But so we're hanging out with Bull, and they're very much they the Gundies are kind of a joke to us, but in the industry they're kind of a thing. And so Ben's pretty excited about it. One of the guys who works over at Bull, and then they say who won, which is the Wook's Furniture, and he's like, "How do I lose to Wood Grips?"
Wood
It's
stocks.
like
He said, "How do I lose to
Woodstock,
wood stocks?
Woodstock, and it's like I it's probably
They're
paid
nice.
for. Yeah, they're nice,
They're
but I mean,
nice wood
I
stocks."
highly doubt that they're like, let's go through this and pick out the very best product. It's like, hey, these guys paid us $8,000. Like, congrats on your win.
This
I mean,
is
they're all
Zach
good.
says Wook is a slur for Wookiees.
Like,
Mako Farley says, I thought Wook was slang for female marine. And Croak says, by the way, clanker is now a forbidden word. Is it? Didn't we? I was thinking clunker, cash for clunkers.
what's clanker?
I don't know.
And now you gotta tell us. I think it's funny that like Wook is a bad word for the many different reasons, but they could be the same. Like that's a slang word for Wookiees, and also a slang word for female Marines, which could be Wookiees.
This is Doc says, I use Unihertz Jelly Star with a minimalist launcher, so it only calls and texts and WhatsApp only because I have to use it for work. Armies burn me out on smartphones.
Listen,
Dude, I was at Best Buy and they have this thing that plugs into the bottom of the iPhone. So you have a full keyboard like a BlackBerry.
it's like going backwards again.
I'm like, what?
We had that.
And dude, people are like, I don't get it. I don't get this generation. My daughter wanted some new shoes for school. She sent me these Adidas shoes,
There's shell
and
toes.
dude, they are okay. I'm going to pull up a picture.
Okay.
I want you in your mind, think of your grandmother's couch, the design on your
No,
grandmother's
it's
couch.
not, it's my kids too. They're like you haven't seen my kids in a while, but like mine, we make fun of her because she's got Steve Harrington's hair from Stranger Things, like the straight 80s hair. And she like we made fun of her. She's like, no, I don't. No, I don't. And then like we go and show her the show, and like, okay, all right. She's like, I see it. Like everything 80s is cool now. Like, Dad, have you ever seen corduroy pants? Yes. Yes. They're
Yes,
horrible.
yes, I have.
When then like I don't know why, but like do your kids make fun of you about ankle socks?
Oh, all the time.
Like ankle socks are out. Like no, tall socks are out. Like that's dumb. No, no. Why did you? Somebody ruined it.
You see that,
Yeah,
dude? Am I wrong? Like grandmother's couch.
yeah. Not don't want.
She, sh dude, she was like, I need those.
I
I
just
need them
imagine
in
them.
my life.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
here's what because I told her we always set aside money for the kids for school clothes and stuff. And I was like, I'll buy them for you, but you need to give me 2 garbage bags full of clothes to donate.
That's I've had to do the that's how the rule with the wife is it's 2 shoes for 1. If you're gonna get 1 new set, and it's not like that there's any problem, but it's just a space issue. Like you run out of room, so you got to get rid of 2 to get 1. Like, you can get it, you just have to get rid of some.
Unfortunately, people on social media are now claiming clanker is a racial slur against robots.
But robots aren't a race.
So, Croak says it's a robot slur that the blue-haired nose ring crowd is up in arms about. Seriously, wow.
Clanker, like okay, and I'm trying to. My
Oh, that's a
brain.
good question. Hold on. So Zach says, Walsh, do you think winning a Gundy would elevate the channel?
No, no.
I don't think so.
I think the Gundy's is a cool way to sell my email address to 800 other people, because I've never gotten so many ads and newsletters than when I was involved. Every time the Gundy's comes around, congratulations, you've been signed up on 200 email lists. And it's every time. And so it just seems super scummy and scammy, particularly when if you want to go to the Gundy's, it's someone else who told us this. I can't remember who it was. It was one of the more high profile YouTubers where they were like, it doesn't make any sense with the Gundy's. That it may have been Sean actually from We Like Shooting.
Yeah, We Like Shooting.
Yeah, where he was like, it makes no sense where you have these young channels who would benefit the most from connecting and networking at this, and they got to pay $50 a head just to watch the show. But then those guys who have been nominated, every year after year, because it's kind of the same crew, are going to get in for free. So it's a lot of the same people, and I'm gonna tread this lightly. I've learned, and I think Jason started to see some of this too. There's more of that crew that I don't want anything to do with.
Yeah. Like he called me today. Walsh called me today, and he told me some information about someone at a company that's leaving, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of okay with not doing business with them anymore, anyways. So like, good, I guess.
I think that's not even so much that. I mean, even within the top YouTube crowd,
it's a grift. I can say it.
It's a grift. I'm just saying within the top YouTube crowd, it's very yucky. It's kind of like you can get anything you want for $1. So what do you want, and we'll make it happen. So it's like,
I'll buy that for $1.
I just don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be like, yeah, me and all my buddies we'll make a bunch of what is that? The clickbait. We'll make a bunch of clickbait for you and sell your products. Like, why would you want to do that?
1911 Drew says one of the great things the Gundy's generates for more business is delete me.
Yeah. So I think Gundy's is good for really, really small channels. I think 2 years ago, when we didn't exist on the map at all, to be like in that list, we were kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, if we were nominated, would we go? Yes.
Yes.
Only because we would hope we would win and call the other one a loser. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, dude, you won the Gundy's. You're such a loser. But it would be funny. But then after that, we would never, ever.
Well, like the guy who won, Breakout Creator of the Year last year is an awesome guy, but his channel was, when he won, his channel was already over 100,000 subscribers. Yeah. It's like, how can you be a breakout creator at over 100,000 subscribers?
Yeah, when you have somebody, and don't get me wrong, I think Mountains and Mullets, that is a phenomenal channel. He's just calm, collected, and just says how it is. But then you have people like Elliot Delp, where he's kind of just a young kid and just rocking it, and he gets no love. But it's like, I'm gonna share be a better show. So that's what I'm gonna say. Share some behind the scenes. If you're not making money for the machine doesn't care, right? So like this is the gross part of it. If you're making money for all of these companies behind the scenes, and you're basically screwing over your consumer, your viewer base, and your own morals, but you're making them a big pot ton of money, yeah, dude, you're in. But that's the yucky part of like, nah, we're out. Like, it's cool. Like, we don't need to be in that. So it just
Doc's asking, how quickly did he get the 100K? Not sure. I just remember when I saw that he won, I went on that day and I was like, oh, he's got 111,000 subscribers or whatever it was.
I didn't know of him a couple of years ago. Let me look at so Social Blade is a cool page you can look at that kind of like ranks. It's kind of how Social Blade is something that if you were a YouTuber and you wanted to, say, hey, I want to promote your product or something, they're going to go look at your Social Blade stats and say, hey, are you worth it for us? Yada, yada. So you can also use that to see how they did and compare them to others. So like, we're not anybody special. What's his name again? Mountains,
Mullets, and something else.
Oh, Mountains, Mullets, America. Yeah.
Joshua, sell me on insert company and whisper sweet nothings about the product.
And like, we're over here on Thunderwheel TV, so I can be we're less seen. And I talked about this a little bit on the Discord, but like you will run across. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Croak just said, we met a pretty popular mid tuber at GunCon, and what stuck with me was, I want to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can, right? If you're like, hey, if I listen, someone came to me I drywalled them. They came to me like, hey, we wanna do an ad for our VPN service. So I was like, we don't have any slots for sponsors, but just know I'll put you into the thing of the prices. I don't know, I named like a couple $1,000. Like, this is gonna be funny. Like, they're gonna go away. And they come back instantaneously. Okay, we're good for it. And it's
Yeah.
like you could easily get yourself in a bind. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. Like, what is this company? Like, are they legit? Are they shady? And what's cool is, having Thunderwheel. We can talk about some of this. There are contracts that exist that I'm running into that have kind of chopped a couple projects off the list where they have a contract you have to sign where there'll be a clause in there that says you promise to, like, they'll say, I promise to promote and endorse this product, which from a legal standpoint is super shade. Like that's so vague.
Well, for you as a YouTuber, that's shade. That's a tough that's a tough corner to paint yourself into.
Yeah. And not only that, but then there's a clause right after is you're not allowed to talk about this contract. So it's like, dude. So you got people who this is information I'm privy to that I know these other YouTubers who are very large signed these contracts, made these videos with information that's contrary to mine because they had to. And it's like, oh, that's yucky, yo. That's
Yeah.
pretty gross.
One of the things, like, our phone call today, one of the things that Walsh had talked about, I remember responding with, dude, it's so nice that Walsh has the ability to just say no thanks and walk away from something. Like, it's not, we don't need the money. We're
It's
fortunate
fun.
enough that we have with VA and retirement and everything else. um, we could do this and never get paid from a company at all.
And, but like the tricky part is, and I see it, and this is, we're in a unique situation, right? We're in a unique situation where like there is no besides like just wanting $1 bajillion, there's no objective reason why we have to say something's good that's not. But anybody who's not in that situation, which I think would be 99% of everyone, like I think most of these YouTubers never even did military,
Yeah.
maybe some of them have pensions, some of them don't. They need, like, to put saying a product is good puts food on the table. So you have to say the product is good, even if it's not. Like, you see people with those, oh, dude, it's my soapbox. Those Axel, you knew what I was about to say.
Yeah,
That
exactly
Axel
what you're gonna
headset.
go to.
If you see someone wearing those, the commission on an Axel headset is 30%. So if I sold one at $100, you make $30. To put that in perspective, if you sold a $3,000 Radian, you make 5%. So you make $150 per pop on those. But you only got to sell 3 Axel headsets to make four. I guess Crook's going to get me. Four to make the same amount. So, okay, well, whatever. Yeah, Crook's going to come in.
I,
Well, sure, know how to do math. I'm trying to just tell a story. You get the idea. So there were so many people pushing these Axel headsets because they could just get these massive commissions, and it was straight wet garbage. Like, oh my god. So if you see anybody,
so there's a dilemma that I can see some people facing, where they have to put food on their table for their family, and they're like, I can be honest and I could tell my viewers, don't buy these headsets because they suck, but
or
then I'm not going to get paid anything.
no,
And
but
so
yeah,
what are you willing to do to provide for your family?
no,
if 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 what you're willing to do is fudge a little bit and say these things are the best things in sliced bread, and then you're able to make 30% on those sales, like, how bad of a person does that make you? I'm
and
not saying it does.
let's make it more murky, right? And this is where I want you guys to really think about these bigger channels and start to see what I'm seeing. So let's say Jason was my cameraman. I'm like, hey dude, quit your job. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna be my camera dude. I'm gonna take care of your wife, your kids, and everybody. And then we get a product in that sucks. Am I gonna say to Jason, like, hey dude, sorry, you're not gonna get paid this week because we're gonna say this product is bad?
Yeah.
Nope. And then what if we have another guy? Like, oh, we also have an editor. And we also have like, well, okay, well, are we gonna pay? Oh, we're
Social
just gonna
media manager.
multimedia. Hey, we're just gonna eat the cost of editing because we're not gonna make anything on this video. Oh, nope. That's not what
Yeah.
they're gonna do.
So I mean, I'm sure you guys are aware. Like,
Tangent, but yeah.
typically, what we do is we'll ask for compensation, but the compensation is going to be for the cost of making the video, and we'll tell them like this is what the cost is going to be. This is what's going to go into it in terms of editing and filming and all that stuff. But we're going to say whatever we want to say, and if you're not cool with that, that's fine. Like, you don't have to pay us for the video. We just don't have to review it, and everyone walks away, and it's everyone's happy. The things that I like are the symbiotic relationships where companies are willing to pay and they are willing to take criticism and then try to make that product better.
And I think that the easy thing we can do too is where we, use a discount code and we get a commission from somebody, but we also do the same thing from competing companies. So it's not
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, well, we have one window company or whatever. Like, no, we have 8. So it's like, yeah, we're kind of going to say something pro and con about each one of them, the way they approach something, but I don't care which one you buy. Like,
Yeah.
wait,
And
what?
Juice says, wait, what is Axel shit?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Yeah.
the robot overlords are taking over.
I haven't tried, dude. I've seen Axel headsets at Costco now.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, they're
So
so bad that like nobody bothered to like try them.
yeah, they're definitely not the best things that are like,
No, and I always hear about
I have Earmore, like in
and
ear Bluetooth, and one of them disconnects regularly, and I still prefer that over the Axle.
so in Ear Armor and Axle. So okay, whoever they're getting their headsets from, there's a white label company that's supplying these headsets to Ear Armor and a bunch of other people. I've heard the Savior. I haven't gotten these, but like
Oh,
when
the
we did
Saviors,
the
yeah.
budget headset one, everyone was like the Savior headset for $50, the Savior, yada yada, and it was like, oh, okay, and like and I like people were like raving about it for like $50. It's like, oh, okay. I did go on Social Blade. I looked up Mountain Mullets and yada yada. His views, which is this is maybe a good thing. His views for most of so he started in 2020, most 2023. So his channel's not that old.
Yeah, two
It's
years.
pretty good for the timeline he did it. Had about our viewing numbers, and then March of 2025 went from like 300,000 views a month to 3.7 million.
So yeah, that's right after the Gundies, man. I mean, he won the Gundy Award in January of 2025.
Yeah, so maybe there is more to it than that, because yeah, he definitely like.
Because that's what is that, 10x?
Oh yeah, 10, literally 10 times. But now it's fallen back. His numbers are starting to come back to where they were. But like,
Interesting.
yeah.
1911 Drew. Several years ago, I tried Axel and wound up sending them back twice. Joe was the first one of our team that had kind of a bad experience with Axel, but he's kind of like Croak, where he doesn't throw anything away or like sell it or give it away. So they had those in-ear ones that were like buy one get one free. So him and Cody bought a set. They each got a set. I don't think Cody's ever taken his out of the package. And Joe was like, no, they suck, but like they work for hearing protection.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not the best.
I love those. The
Peltors?
No. The in-ear ones I have. Oh, the Wheeler ones. I think they're Wheeler.
Oh, really?
Yeah. not Wheeler. There's something else. God, I'm not gonna remember. But anyway, I hate
Walker?
them. Walker. Yeah. No. I don't know. I don't know. Just ignore me. Anyway, they're in-ear ones, but the funny is, I don't use them. I would never ever use them for shooting. I use them for listening to music, mowing the lawn, going on jogs. Like they've lasted me like 3 or 4 years. Like I got them from Dawson back in the day. Um, so they lasted me like 4 years, and I don't ever use them shooting.
1911 Drew says, for work, I use Raycons. For the range, I use Swordens. Dude, my Raycons I use for whenever I'm out doing woodworking, playing video games. I'll like connect into my
They're
head.
just like the in-ears.
Yeah, they're the in-ear ones. I love them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I use. But I use those for everything, but not shooting. Like I don't do any shooting with the little in-ear ones.
Yeah.
Some people do, and I just like, I don't know.
Croak, I got a set of those Bluetooth in-ear because a coworker did the buy one get one. They suck.
Remember when I told you about like when I was doing the review where they're the regular price was $49.99 and then it was the sale price of 2 for 100. Like it's not a sale. Like, oh, it's just the double the normal price for 2.
Croak says, now talk about an influencer driven brand, Raycon. Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of influencers that are pushing Raycon. These are the old ones, the E55s, but they have everything. I mean, I've had these for 2 or 3 years. I haven't had any issues with them yet.
Are they like the electronics influencers? Like, have you guys tried these headsets?
Like music stars and stuff like that.
Those
Yeah.
guys, and so I think you guys have all, I don't know, I've become more and more jaded as time has gone on of like I don't believe what the person is telling me on the other side of the screen,
No.
because I could probably tell you what their contract says. Like based on what they say and what they're offering, I could probably tell you what their contract says.
Ooh. Doc says, had a first sergeant leave his brand new Peltors at a range a few months ago. They've been a great headset.
That is so amazing.
Oh yeah, Croak says car channels, gadget channels, even gaming channels.
I mean, if they're good, here's my thing with it. Like the saviors, if we had a discount code and they ended up being a good product, like, hey guys, everyone needs to go get these because they're awesome. I think that's okay, right? That's legitimately how it should work. But if it's like, oh, I make a 30% commission off these, I've never used them, I don't care, I make $30 a pop. Hey, everybody go grab these. Like, that's where it sucks.
Croak says, Walsh, have you tried Ground News?
No,
I think it's a news. It's
Coffee?
a website that talks. Yeah, it's all about coffee.
That would be awesome. It's like, have you tried
I have
this?
no idea what it is. I just totally made that up.
You tried this
Croak,
drip coffee?
Croak's furiously typing away right now. Like, no, it's
I
not.
know
It
it's
has to do with this.
And now
It's
I
all
want to
about
make.
like the best drip coffee and which French press is the best.
I want to make it. I want to make. I want to make a website called that now. Ground News. It's just like pictures of coffee. Like, this is horrible.
Check out this new strain that they just invented. Croak, I'd chill for Sabre just based on my satisfaction with their stuff over the years. Yeah,
And same. And I think that's where like, you can be. Raycon is the Raid Shadow Legends of headphones. Oh, that's awesome. I think where like what Crook's saying, like shilling about companies, I think that's the okay part when it's something you're passionate about. Or like, I think the Primary Arms video was a good example where I was like, listen, I don't know. Like, I like this company, I like this brand, I like what they make, but they make so much stuff that I don't have to like everything. I can be like, hey, this thing they made, I don't love, but this thing's awesome, so get this instead. So I think you can shill and still be honest, but I'm with you too. Like if Savior sent me stuff, I'd be like, this is fantastic.
Doc says, I tried returning them. He PCS and told me not to mail them. You know how he got them then, right?
Probably fell off the back of a truck somewhere.
Yeah. He's like, no.
Yeah,
Don't mail
don't
them.
mail
You
those.
keep them. I'll get another set.
If it was the first sergeant, I guarantee you they just showed up. That's usually
Dude,
how
I
it works.
still have a set of Shure, Shure, Shure in-ear. Yeah. Headphones. I was in Afghanistan and our first sergeant came by with like a box of these Shure headphones that he was just like handing out to people. Who wants some headphones? I still have them.
Where are these headphones?
They are. I use them.
Yeah, I do.
I got them in 2009, Afghanistan in 2009. Here we are 16 years later, and they still work. I had to replace the little rubber, the part that goes into your ear on one of them.
Yeah. Hey, so jumping off topic again, I did comment on an interesting, message interesting guy. Oh, he has Gentech, the
Amps.
amps. Yeah, he has amps. Um, yeah, I won't get a Gentech story. So Hop was playing Ace. Remember, like before, everyone was like, "Oh, Walsh, you gotta get the Ace shooting game."
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So they were playing it, and I messaged him, and I was like, "So are you a grandmaster now?" And he's like, "Based off these stats, I think we're the only people playing this game." So I guess
I thought you got it.
no, no, no. Remember, there was somebody who was like, "No, we're not gonna let this. We're not gonna let this slide. We're gonna send this to Walsh." Like, it's $1,000. Like, we're gonna let this slide. Like, it's not that important for him to tell us it's kind of crappy.
Golly.
Yeah, I don't know. So I haven't gotten been able to share with some guy. Some people know, but I've been doing a bunch of cool stuff helping out Gentex too. So hopefully later I can show you guys some cool stuff we've been working on.
Bunch of cool stuff you can't talk about.
Yeah, bunch of cool stuff I can't talk about. It may be, Jason. It may be so cool that it'll be a SHOT Show. I don't know yet though.
Ooh. You know who else will be at SHOT Show? I'll
Me
be
and
there.
you. Yeah, you'll be with me. I'll be like, hey, look at this. Yeah. So
So Croak said it's another influencer driven thing where it supposedly gives you a slant of news stories, shows up in the same place you see NordVPN or Surfshark being shilled.
oh,
I've
yeah,
never even heard of Surfshark.
I've heard of NordVPN.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
but this other one, I'm trying to see what was the one.
A lot of folks just use it. They don't post scores. I've never been online with Ace.
Oh no! So the one that came after us was Shellwire VPN. I bet it's not.
Never heard of that one.
But
My dad had NordVPN for a while, and then he was like trying to give me his login information. He's like, it's good for 10 devices. Put it on all your kids' phones.
okay,
Bailey Luke says ground news. Yeah, it's a news place about coffee.
yeah, it's like coffee beans and stuff. So if you
Yeah.
see people talking about it, yeah, and what I think it's this ground news. It says how biased it is, like how left
Oh,
leaning.
really? Oh, I have heard of
Kind of
that.
cool. But
Yeah.
I do kind of see, like, you can look at the article and immediately see like, oh, that's pretty even. Like, agreement to reach meeting with Trump.
Really?
But then, like, you see some that are like way to the left of like.
Joshua says, you know what'll help you with your training? SDI. Sonora Desert Institute.
Did you hear the comment I made on the 3,000 rifle built versus bought?
Which I don't think so.
I was basically like if a bunch of morons at SDI can teach you how to do it, it can't be that hard. No, if they can teach you how to do it in an online course, like, it can't be that hard.
Yeah. Croak said, I only brought it up because it's being shilled on a lot of channels. Ground news, that is.
I'll be honest with you, I don't hate this website. I mean, if this is as legitimate as it is, but it seems like they're basically saying,
how do they make money off that though?
I think they're just by clicks and everything else. But like, I'll be honest with you, I would rather read the articles knowing, having a little bit of knowledge which way it's coming from, because you may be reading, like, I'm a Reddit guy, and I'll say something to Jason, and he's like, get off Reddit, dude.
I don't even know where he's like, hey, I heard that this happened. I'm
He's
like, get off Reddit. Where'd you read that? Reddit?
And I'll Google it, and I'll be like, oh, I apologize. That is not accurate. Like, I didn't, like, did you do any research? Like, fact checking is for losers.
Hashtag fact checks are for losers.
I was told there was no fact checking. So Croak was saying
you are fake news.
Yeah, so Croak was saying that you subscribe, but you don't have, I mean, you can, I guess you get notifications and stuff. But like, I like how in that vein you see if something is way off. Get my news off Discord, is way to one side or the other, or if it's kind of an even keel. Like there's something about Canada's talking about F-35s, and it's like, there's not really either one. But like, anything that says ice,
dude, Walsh would have seen that article, and he would have messaged me like, dude, did you hear Canada's buying a bunch of F-35s? Like, what? No,
like, did you do anything besides? Did you even read the article that you're quoting? Like, no. It was a weird thing they were going to do on X, I think, before Elon took it over. Like, they're going to make people actually read articles.
Brooke says, I don't trust Discord for news, but man, the TS no foreign stuff is fire.
What is that?
Top secret, no foreign nationals.
Is it
So
like
you have like TS. Have you? I don't know if you have like TS, and then you
yeah,
have like TS. They
SCI?
call it, yeah, SCI. You have TS, like five eyes. You have all these other. So no foreign is
Like,
like no one outside the U.S. can see this information.
oh, okay.
So even our allies, like Great Britain or New Zealand, like none of them could see this. No foreign.
So
TS
what
no foreign.
is it like is there a Discord server of this?
There was something that happened recently where a guy was he what did he leak? He leaked like nuclear submarine blueprints or something like that. Croak.
Did you ever hear about this one on like War Thunder? Like he was like talking about how this guy's talking about how big of a badass he was. And he
No, I
like,
don't
oh,
think so.
I actually work on tanks. And like, bull crap. And they're like, of course, just gaming crap talking. And then he's like, oh yeah.
Maybe this is it.
He's like, oh yeah. Well, check this out. And he like sends in like blueprints of a tank, like
I think
totally.
this is it. Yeah. War Thunder.
Yeah. It's like,
That's what Croak says. War Thunder.
yeah, you idiot.
Hey, Nate's here. He says, "Have you guys seen the TPS reports?"
Hey. So something I'm just gonna bring up to Jason to do. But this is an option. Him and I have been bouncing this idea around. We just never locked it in. Something we could do, Jason, with Thunderbolt TV, is bring on or open the door to bringing on some of our more legacy viewers and some of the other channels that circle around us. So it could be a little bit. We could talk about it. It's this idea. If you're in some of those channels, you'd be interested in being on here.
Yeah.
Talk to us. We're kind of seeing this whole thing evolve. We're trying to make it so it lasts forever and more of a community. I think that's the thing that you guys really kind of they people really said they want to have a community. Whereas like if me and Jason aren't available, maybe it's hey someone else takes the reins or this and the other, and it keeps going. But I don't know, just an idea to make sure that things keep moving.
Yeah, Croak says the Air National Guard, ANG Army National Guard dude who got busted for leaking stuff on Discord for the flicks.
So stupid.
Zach says he didn't even get laid.
like how would you be like, you guys want to see how cool I am? Like I have pictures of this, the engineering drawings. Like, why did you share? You probably went to jail for that. And there's so many things other people didn't go. Like I think that's the best part about the world right now. It's like justice is like a looking through a glass of water.
I tell you what, one thing that was when I was working for my last agency, I got a call from the U.S. Attorney's Office, and they're like, "Hey, we want you to help us with this investigation." There was a guy that has, I think it was, I don't think it was nuclear material, but it was like uranium or something like that from a mine that was closed down. Like this dude basically went into an abandoned mine and like mined uranium or something, and was like on Facebook, like check out this thing of uranium I got. I was like, why just leave him alone? He'll die in 6 months.
Yeah. Well, you just don't want him walking around with that, and then all of a sudden, like your kid's eyeballs falling out. Like, dude, is somebody here just walking around with uranium? Like, yeah, it's me. Like his arm slips off.
Gosh, like, wasn't there a couple of guys that sold stuff to China recently, but they only made like 35,000?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, in YouTube world, 35,000 would buy you a planet,
your own island at least.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you told some YouTuber, like, I'll pay you 35,000, they're basically like, they'll do anything you want ever. You pay them $500. It's like, oh, what do you want me to say? Like, dude, it's crazy.
Joshua says, but what if we say for a live Walsh multicam pants giveaway on a live, does that make the multicam pants giveaway real?
Listen, I have the ones we're gonna give away are the one is Zach Fett. He is around. Are gonna the ones him and I both bought. 35K. That's quads. Yeah.
Or dude, you get quads from Nocturn for like 15.
15. Yeah, 8. I think it's like 15 to 18.
You get quads and like a Toyota Hilux.
What a day.
What
Like,
a
wouldn't that
day.
be?
I mean, all you got to do is sell your secrets to an enemy, to national enemy.
Well, I mean, Croak almost got that much with his remaining.
He goes, "That's about my back pay. That's like
Yeah,
3 radians and a Noveski."
like that's such a good purchase. No, I want to say this too. I think Croak always thinks I'm yelling at him when I make fun of the Radian, and I'm not, because he did it smart. Like he bought, like the way that Croak did it was he bought the lower on a deal and then bought the upper on a deal and then like put them together. So it's like it's all, you saved a butt ton of money. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, man. That totally makes sense. But for 33, like just MSRP, no. Those are like crazy cracker prices.
Hey, supposed to call him Caucasian.
I don't mean like actual crackers, like biscuits. um, uh, LaRue though, they have some prices that make no sense too.
Yeah, they
I don't
do.
know what he's done all of a sudden. That
No,
is
his rifles and stuff have always been high. It's the triggers that have always been cheap,
is
and the
that what it
triggers
is?
have gone up. The triggers used to get like a 5 pack for $75 each, like around
Well,
Christmas time and stuff. But the rifles have always been like 2K plus,
maybe that's where I'm crazy.
always.
I thought I saw like they did like they had a Grendel and it was like 1,500. Maybe I was just crazy and I looked back and it was like 2,500.
Croak says, "I'm just wondering if your thoughts on the rating have been colored by that contract."
No, I don't think so. Like, I think it tainted. I think it taints that pretty badly. And I'll say that I had to rewrite that review to be a lot nicer than I was, because I Bailey, look, however, am making fun of Croak when I talk about the Radiant. Um, the Radiant. If I was gonna sell you a Honda Civic for 50 grand, and I painted it, put new tires on it, and I put a muffler on the back, that's a Radiant to me. And there's like, dude, you didn't, like, the trigger is cheap. The lower is cool and it's innovative, but the trigger's cheap, the stock is cheap, the barrel is okay. It's all mid grade at a premier price. So if you said to me, hey, this is a mid tier price and a mid tier gun, like, dude, you nailed it. But to be like, it's all mid tier and it's the highest, most expensive one that exists, like, dude, you only have clout because it's so expensive. If it's not, it's not clout because it's good. It's just clout because you're gonna put it on
Yeah.
the wall.
Michael Farley said, "I don't know how much I might get, but if my back pay is a couple thousand, I might buy some nods." LOL. One thing I want to say, because you have kids, Michael, I don't. At least for me, when I did it, adding your kids as dependents, which will bump up your pay slightly, is not automatic. So after you start getting paid, you're going to have to reach back out to the VA and add your kids as dependents, and then they'll back pay you whatever that small bump would be of $100, $200, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like 125
But
per.
I think you're going to have to do that separate. It's not automatic.
It depends on how you file,
Okay.
because mine was when I filed, but I had all the dependents filed.
Okay.
So, but like, you could be in a weird situation where like, oh, I originally filed here and now I have one. Yeah, you could have to fix it. And Michael Farley, remember, night vision is a luxury. So if you have kids who need college, like, I would rather you invest in a college fund, and then we'll sort out your night vision. Like, we'll find a way.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, I did not know it would change based on having kids." Yeah, it changes. I think even if you have some, like if you have older parents that are dependent on you living with you, I think you could. There's a whole bunch of stuff that affects it. Married, kids, parents, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Even like having disabled kids under, like, if they were disabled before the age of 18, then they'll never fall off because you're technically going to take care of them forever. There's like all these rules and stipulations. So just once you get your claim and all your stuff, let me know and we'll help you out.
Yeah.
Hey, I know one thing we were going to joke about giving away, which I'm not going to do today because I don't even know where it is, but we can do it one of these days. And it's just a good conversation because I never talk about them. You and I have never talked about this. What are your thoughts on ACOGs?
I for the price, it's not worth it.
Because I say that because we're playing with you've seen it before, the primary arms 1X prisms, and I think we both looked at them and we're like, hey, these are pretty cool, these are pretty neat. But then I played with their like fixed 5X,
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
the 5, then you put like a red dot. You'd put something for the closer, but I don't know. I never bothered to do that. But like that eye relief, I kind of joked about it in one of the videos. Literally was an inch. It
Really?
was like inch and a quarter. So I was
I
like,
think the ACOG is better than that.
I mean, and
The
maybe I was.
ACOG, the main ACOG that I think of is a 4X, and the eye relief is decent with that.
This was nose to charging handle. Like Joe would have no problem. He would be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this optic is phenomenal." But I was like, "Dude, I don't want to be in like just stuffed in the gun like that." Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I'm just curious. That's so.
Zach,
We'll get that one away.
I wish the ACOG could have a focus ring.
What do you mean by the focus ring?
I think he's talking about eye relief. Like you could be a little bit farther back and maybe adjust the.
Oh, the So interesting, and you guys, I wish Zach could play with this in the primary arms 5x prism. There is a diopter, so I don't know if you mean by the diopter, but it's more so to make sure that the image is like the right size and focus. So not necessarily like a focus dial.
Croak says, Walsh, that's the new small form factor 5X or
Hold
the
on.
old big body PA scope.
I think it's the. Hold on.
Josh, I like to see prisms are a must for me. Red dots are a fun time to learn on. There's no diopter on the ACOG. Yeah.
Oh, there's no diopter. I'm looking for this thing. I don't know where it is.
He lost it already.
I probably did. It's like, I'll give it away. Like, I don't even know where it is. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, it's the dial. It's the old dial one. So I don't know if they redid some, and you can let me know, Croak, if they redid some of these um, fixed magnification ones without the rheostat. I like the rheostat dial. I like that. I didn't think that I would, but I did. But I don't know if they redo these in the slick one.
Bailey Luke says, at least it's not an Elcan.
Dude, we need to get Brass Facts on here one day and just make fun of him for loving that thing. Like that.
He likes the Elcan?
He loves the Elcan.
Whoa.
Like I think he was probably angry that we probably ruined. We were like, because that ATI, whatever
Oh,
they
yeah.
are. They let us review the Angry Eyebrow scope. Like that's what
STI. STI.
No, STI is the gun guys.
Is it ATI?
Oh, Croak's around here. He'll tell us. He'll correct us.
Whatever.
They're the one with the Angry Eyebrow scope, and after that, I don't think I've never seen anyone review any of their scopes ever again. I think I just burned that bridge for them. Like, so I was super nice. I was like, hey, yeah, thanks for letting us see this. Let's let me borrow it, and then be like, this thing sucks.
Well, you were nicer than that.
But it was really expensive too. It was another like
Right.
Radian moment too of like, why am I going to spend $2,500 on a scope and get this boo boo? You wonder why it just. See, you will see. I try to not say it on every video, but like when he shows a new build, he'll show the Elcan on it like almost every time.
Zach says, Brassfax loves the Elcan while Hop loves it like he loves G Code.
Does Hop hate it?
Michael Farley, didn't Hop do a video trashing the Elcan? I thought he did.
Well, Hop, this is my favorite because Hop does not like LPVOs. And Brassfax talks about how great they are for an everyday use. And I'm like, dude, I'm not on the everyday use bus. Like the more I use them, the more I don't want to use them. Like,
yeah, I used to be a fan of LPVOs. I've taken more and more off and just gone to a red dot. And if I need to, a magnifier.
Yeah, and if I want to run a scope, if I want to run LPVO, I found like a 2 to 12, 3 to 16 is such a better option than what the LPVO was giving me
like
anyway.
1 to 6.
Yeah, it's like, okay, put a red dot on there, put a little dot on the side, do some sort of offset. Your 1X is covered, and then now you actually have a scope that isn't hindered by having that 1X that sucks anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, this is the eye relief is right there. So I mean, we're talking like
2 fingers.
I mean, yeah, like this is like closer than I would keep my night vision goggles.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we'll let Zach Fett win this. No, I'm just kidding. We'll put it on the wheel, but yeah, it does have a diopter, but
Zach Fett says yes. Hop hates the Alcan like he hates G code. That was the joke.
I'm not a big G code fan. I did see what's the HSGI? I guess they finally updated some stuff to
Did
not
they?
be like some of the worst
They're
pouches
the
that
ones that have those like pincer plastic thing wrapped in
yeah,
fabric.
the pokey pouches, yeah.
Yeah,
And if your arm ever like accidentally touches anything, you're like, oh my
you'll
god,
stab it. Yeah,
I got jabbed in the
it's
side.
like the only pouches I've ever been issued from any of my law enforcement jobs. Like, do you guys
Ever.
not ever, ever? And they're like, these are great. I'm like, I'm just not. Can I not use them and I'll just put my own on?
Yeah, can we use these? Were good in 1998. I mean, yeah, I mean you're not wrong. Probably have
Crook
hundreds.
says the 3X primary arms prism has a
Is
decent
it good?
IRA.
And it may just be because this is the 5X. Like it's got an amazing reticle in it, but the actual like eye relief is just really tight. So
Josh says, please rig it for me.
what is this? What is this weird face they're putting? Like a. I keep seeing it. It's like a skull.
It's not a skull.
It's like a.
It's like a robot smiley face.
Hold on. It's like a clanker skull. Like people coming in mad. Are you guys saying clanker in here? Okay,
dude,
now let's go back.
YouTube's gonna shut us down now.
Let's go back to clanker for a minute there, like because let's talk about who we're offending exactly. Like, right? Are we talking like cassette decks, or are we talking like Furbies? Because like I would refer to both of those things as clankers. Or are we talking like a Buick LeSabre? Like I don't know. I don't know who I'm being offensive to.
Dude, Star Wars used it in the Clone Wars. So what the clone troopers called the
Did you just put that in ChatGPT just now? Did you
I just told ChatGPT, I wrote in clanker. Clanker is not offensive.
What does it say? Like it is.
Clanker by itself is generally not considered an offensive term in most contexts, but its meaning depends entirely on usage. Potentially negative uses. In very specific niche contexts or subcultures, it could be used derogatorily, but this is rare and usually situational.
Say this, like, if I called you a clanker, would you be offended? It's going to be like, no, dude, we asked ChatGPT. That's not the case.
Nope, I wouldn't be offended. If anything, I'd probably picture myself as a slightly squeaky battle droid from Star Wars and reply with something like, Roger, Roger.
See, perfect. Maybe that's what we think of. I guess I need to find this article or wherever they're freaking out about. Like, who used... I can't even think of a situation where I could use clanker in a derogatory way.
I said, perfect. And it replied, glad we're on the same page, Clanker.
Like, don't call me. So like I can't even think of a way I could use clanker in a derogatory way to make somebody mad, right? If I was like, well, how could I really make somebody mad by saying this? Like, I don't even like your toaster is a real clanker.
Croak says Battlestar Galactica called them toasters.
Oh,
no
like
one watches Battlestar Galactica.
Old
people watch that. Or Tin Skin. Mike Carly says blue hair nose ring lives basically got pissy when normal people used it to talk about something in their house that was broken. So they decided it was a robot racial slur.
But like, isn't that accurate? Like I'm not trying to even like if I say, hey, my downstairs TV is nice, but my upstairs is a clanker because it's an old plasma that just won't die, right? Like I'd be like, oh, that like I understand the adjective and what you're saying. I'm not like, oh, did you ask that robot's feelings when you said that? Like, well, yeah, I did. It didn't say anything back. It said
Zach posted a GIF in Discord, and it's a clone trooper, and he says, "All right, clankers, suck laser." Shooting laser at the battle droids. Perfect.
There we go.
Dude, I have actually have another birthday present I haven't built yet. Mandalorian Lego.
Oh, you got the little skull guy, the little helmet guy.
Yeah, I got this, and then oh, that's gonna fall. That did fall.
When did you get this stuff? Like months ago?
Yeah, last month, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Not too bad. Hey, so I don't know if you saw this, but Croak has some good on the same one above. The one Zach put up. He put up some
Zach says the 1970s Battlestar Galactica was so much better. The new one was a shot-for-shot remake.
Ah.
Didn't you know that?
Okay, but hey, look at some of the optics that Croak put up on the
I
Discord.
did. I saw that. Yeah. Croak says, speaking of Mandalorian, Gina Carano won her lawsuit against Disney. Oh, that's awesome.
What was the actual lawsuit?
They fired her because she had said something to the effect of how them like Californians were trying to quiet people who were speaking differently than them was very similar to how Nazi Germany was making people feel about the Jews.
Like free speech stuff. Just saying her
Yeah.
own thoughts. Okay.
And
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Disney fired her from The Mandalorian, and it totally, yeah.
I
Anyways,
remember they killed her character off. Yeah.
yeah, they didn't even kill her character off. They were like, she just doesn't exist in that world anymore.
So you can come back. But so I was gonna say this for Croak's builds. I think there's such a perfect example of how we would make how I make everything. Maybe not that Romeo. No, yeah, it's a run. But you have to do that high. So I was about to say that red dot's a little bit high, but you have to go that high to clear the actual turret, which can be frustrating on some things. You can get some like the Zeiss has this like 4-inch turret. There's no way to go over it, so you got to go on the sides or do something cool. So yeah.
So they screwed her. They had a spin-off series in the works. I thought she was great as Cara Dune. Yeah. I really like that character.
But I haven't heard anything.
The toys that they made, the Cara Dune toys, are like ridiculously hard to find, super rare, or super expensive now. Because she doesn't exist anymore.
Croak, you are exactly what we do though. Where like in the builds you showed, mid-range optic with the top dot, or a red dot and a magnifier. I'm just not. After seeing so many LPVOs, I keep saying this. I don't want one. Like I don't think I have one on a gun. Like most of the LPVOs are on like a wall or they're on the table to like just show or let people try out. Like I don't want them. So this is interesting.
Yeah. Zach, her getting fired was why season 3 was a convoluted mess.
I don't think I even finished. I don't know if I did 3.
I didn't watch 3. I got so sucked into all sorts of different anime. Like rewatch. I didn't know season 4 of Sword Art Online came out, so I started rewatching Sword Art Online.
It just came out.
I don't think it just came out. I was perusing with him like, oh, there's a season 4. Like I don't even know when that dropped.
Oh, there's a couple different animes I got into that I was like physically emotional when there's no more seasons.
There's no more. Yeah, it's just 12 episodes. You're like, you son of a gun.
It's kind of like how so Jason told me about one. It was a really good one. It's called That's the Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
Oh yeah.
And it's this guy who basically what he does is there's this trainer who just keeps breaking his bones and then he'd heal him. So then like he'd heal himself strong. Like basically you can heal your muscles faster than anybody else. So it's just very, very funny. And it's more goofy than it is anything else, but you kind of get attached to this stuff. I'm getting on a tangent. But then like the season just ends and it's like, oh, that's the wrong way to use healing magic. And then I doubt they're ever going to make another one. Like, oh.
I think they are actually.
Oh, I hope so.
Like for Healing Punch.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple more I need to send you, Jason, that I really feel I got upset when like did you see that one? I forget what's it called? Like whenever the guy, I don't want to ruin I'm gonna ruin it for everybody. Whenever he dies, it like goes back to like a checkpoint.
Oh yeah, ReZero. I've watched it all.
Oh
yeah.
Like it's probably some of the most annoying characters, but like by the end, you're like, I'm committed. I'm committed to these.
There was a part I was stuck watching that, and Walsh was like, "Dude, you got to get past that part. Like that part is good. It's good, but it gets better. And he was right.
Yeah, you got then toward the end,
Unfortunately.
you're like, yeah. Some of the characters are annoying, but yeah. Anyway, we got an anime tangent here. Oh, one thing we have been talking about in the Discord is turning this Thursday live chat into Battlefield 6 Squad Night.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Battlestar Galactica
No, no,
Watch
no,
Night.
no, 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 no. Battlefield 6 Squad Night. What, hold on, what is this Josh thing he put up with
I love how we have like closet anime lovers. Like Bailey Luke says, I love Amelia from ReZero. The blonde haired or not the white haired chick. Isn't her name Amelia?
uh, the wife hates the little girl. It's like, that's what I'll do. I suppose. Like this thing, I suppose.
Oh yeah. What's
It,
her name? Like
uh,
Biscuit or something?
I don't know. I don't know. But every time the wife is around, it's like, if that girl says, and
I suppose.
it's always when the wife walks in and it's like, it's the I suppose girl. Like, hun, that this she has not been on until you walked in. Like, and she's actually a pretty cool character. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know who's getting into Battlefield 6.
Beatrice.
Beatrice, that's what it is.
Beatrice. Crook says, I actually enjoyed Blue Eyed Samurai, but that's not technically anime because it wasn't made by Japanese.
I don't know that.
Does
One.
it? I don't think it has to be.
Have you been watching Dan to Dan?
No. I watched season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
I need you to do me a favor and go and turn this off. Like, we're gonna end in a few minutes and go watch. Because when there's a Super Saiyan moment, that is a huge problem.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, what the heck? And it spirals out of control. You know what I finally got into? Sorry, we've gone into anime talk. We don't ever normally do anime talk. If you want to know what we talk about with the
I love how he finally got someone got my reference. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. So there was a Office episode where Jim convinces Dwight not to talk because Dwight's like, I don't do anything personal time. So Jim has like a stopwatch. He's clocking every time Dwight has a personal conversation. He's like timing him. So he knows Dwight's a big Battlestar Galactica fan. He tells Andy, he's like, have you seen the new Battlestar Galactica? And he's like, is that anything like the original? He's like, you know what? It's practically a shot for shot remake. And Dwight turns around to say something and Jim holds out the stopwatch and Dwight turns back around and starts making up. So he's like, it's about this guy named Dumbledore Calrissian who has to take the ring back to Mordor. Totally mixing up genres of movies. It's so good.
Oh, it's pretty good. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm of what I'm gonna say this. From another thing on YouTube, the YouTube side, and I don't think it's being talked about. It is a little bit, I think, from like the Anderson, like Anderson shutting down and things like that. But like getting a hold of anything, like I've had a ton of projects that have been on the books for like 6 or 7 months, and then all of a sudden they're just not happening anymore. And it's not just like one company. Like getting an optic, dude, it's just not happening. And like big name stuff, because there is no American scope company. That's not a thing. So it's like, oh, I want to buy this scope. And like I was one company's quoted me a year and a half. Like, yeah, we could do it in like 16, 18 months. Like, nah, that's okay.
So Bailey's saying, have any of you watched SAO, DBZ, or Helsing Abridged? So I've seen SAO and DBZ, but not Helsing.
Not Helsing. What is Helsing Abridged?
I don't know, but I'm looking it up.
So if you're wondering, so this is the funny part. If you're wondering when we go hang out with the Nocturn guys, you would think like, oh, you guys probably talk about night vision stuff. No,
it's
we talk
anime the whole time.
The whole time. We will bring up night vision to here and there, like, okay, what's the cool new stuff? Like, oh, that and the other, like, okay, cool. So anyway, have you seen the new so and so and so and so? Like, I want the new Demon Slayer. Like, I want to see the new one in November really bad.
Yeah. Did you? I heard the story that there was some guy who went into a Japanese movie theater and recorded the Infinity Castle video and leaked it, and he's being fined like 10 million yen.
So, if I were to go on not Pirate Bay, I could not find this.
Maybe, I don't know, but it might be in all Japanese and no subtitles.
Oh. I could just see the butt kicking though. Maybe you could like put it like real time, translate it in like ChatGPT or something.
Maybe.
Oh, that's funny. Uh,
All
another
right, we
game.
gotta.
We gotta wrap it up, but I do
Yeah, we
love.
got like 4 minutes.
Yeah, there's Cyberpunk. Videos this week. This was the one you guys voted on. You wanted to see it last. You guys like they voted to see the Primary Arms one. The one that got a ton more votes was the Javlin Concepts chest rig. So another really smart take on chest rigs, kind of like we saw from Dynamic Principles. So we'll have that one this weekend, and then next week I have Vector Optics. I kind of talk about it in the video that I wanted to make fun of this because it's like some like no name poo poo scope company, but it actually had like really, really good reviews. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And it's confusingly fantastic.
Hmm.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like a $500 scope and I'm putting it like side by side with the Zeiss. I'm like,
It's like $20. It's a month of Netflix, dude.
yeah, that's
So Josh Walsh, you got to check out what Josh tagged you in Discord, an Amazon link.
okay.
Croak says no DM love in quite some time. By the way, oh, interesting that you should bring that up, Croak.
We do love some DM. I don't think they've done a lot of new
There's a
products.
lot of new stuff.
They have done. I know they did a refresh on the MAPC.
Yeah,
They were supposed to. There's like a 3.0 version, which we were going to see, but like I said, that kind of falls into that fell into one of the projects. But there's probably 100 others that everything just has pushed back into oblivion, which is kind of jam me up in a way because it's like you never know, like the video that you have planned for next week or 2 weeks out now is canceled. So it's like, oh, great. And then the one after that's canceled. And then the one after that's canceled. It's like, great. So we have a schedule that goes out 6 months, but we can't even go 3 weeks in the future because those products actually aren't going to exist. So very, very interesting from the economy side, but hopefully it figures itself out. What is this Picatinny mount thing you showed me?
dude, click on the link. You click on the link, it takes to Amazon. It's basically an electronic scope switch.
Oh my god, it looks so bad. Like I got so yeah. I don't know if you saw there was the Instagram comment they made. So in that video, the whole thing that they gave me grief about was that I didn't remove my hand. Right? They were like,
Oh,
no, you're
gosh.
supposed to like set it and then put your hand back and then grab it and then set your hand back. And then they made an Instagram post where they were like, this thing's so fast, you don't have to reset your hand. You can just zoom in and out, randomly and be so much faster. I was like, wait. Like I commented on that. Wait. You're not supposed to move your hand back because it causes huge problems. Because I remember when I was talking about like, because you'd be in a normal stance, you'd change the magnification, and then all of a sudden you're zoomed in and all like compact. Like this doesn't make any sense. You could probably reverse it, but whatever. This somebody else better buy this horrible mount though.
It's like $200. Why don't you buy it?
No, I don't want that. I'll be stuck with it.
Do you see the gear on the back? Like how big of it looks like a Lego gear.
What if it doesn't? What if the gear? Oh my god, it's huge. What if it doesn't fit like that?
But here's a different question. What if it does?
Oh my god, it looks massive. Right? Like what's the weight? They probably have not even listed it. What's the weight of this thing?
I don't know. It's probably down in the description, like the weight of the.
Look at this. I love this. Hold on. Look at the product description. Like, hold on. Let me put it in Discord. Like, oh, look at this. C clamp grip. Like,
that's exactly.
Oh, that told me. Like, I was on the fence. I was on the fence for just a moment. I saw that. I'm in. that would sold me right there. Oh yeah, it's actually in here twice. It says steady aim with C clamp grip. I'm trying to see if they say anything about the weight. No, not in. Oh, net weight. Probably net weight. 605 grams.
What?
So what's that? 2.5 pounds? What is that?
605?
Yeah. Yeah, you have ChatGPT already open.
1.333 pounds. Repeated, of course.
So that's okay. Let's put something into perspective. That's 1.3 pounds without a scope.
But if you took the batteries out, how much lighter would that be? Think of it that way.
Think of it that way. If you have, so let's say you have a now Croak scope that 2 to 10 is super light. But let's say you had a more, I guess it's 34 millimeter rings. It is 34 millimeter rings. So a 34 millimeter scope is going to be heavier also. So you're
Yeah.
probably looking at least 2.5 pounds for the scope. So you're talking 4 pounds for your optic. That's the deal. That's the deal, right? Put that on
I
your
wonder if
6 pound rifle.
I wonder if that operates as fast as like the gear motors of a Lego, the electronic Lego set, where it's like, bzzz.
So from the one I saw from Antimatter, it was very fast. It was almost like bzz, 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 but it also sounded exactly like the Lego motor. Like it was loud.
Perfect.
And I was like, that's not gonna work. So
It would work as long as you're not trying to snipe anyone.
yeah, as long as you're not like if you're just tooling around at the range, randomly zooming in and out of things, perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Anything else? No.
See you, bud.
All right, we gotta go.
Yeah. It's golly, it's over an hour and a half. All right. So we talked about videos coming up. If you guys like this, we're more than happy to do it here on YouTube, have a hangout here on YouTube, and just do this every Thursday. If you want to get back to Discord or if you want to alternate, let us know.
Yeah.
Hit us up on Discord. Send us a chat.
Can we do a vote? We do a vote thing, can I?
I'm sure we can do a
Josh,
poll
Josh,
in
do a
Discord.
can you do a poll in the general and just I don't know, Josh.
Yeah, we probably could.
Yeah,
We'll
see if
do
you
that.
want to, like if we want to keep doing Discord, if we want to do the lives, if you want to do gaming nights, like put a couple different options on there, and then we can kind of see what people want to do. And
Yeah.
we're trying to make it, trying to bring it all back together.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. We will see you next Thursday, whether in Discord or here or somewhere else.
Yay! And I got to give stuff away later. All right, later, guys.